Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm setting everything up while you guys are discussing this.
We are recording now, so we are.
Yeah, oh yeah, heads up. Hey, we're recording, by the way.
All right. Well, cheers, everybody.
Oh, cheers. I
Josh,
haven't even
Sure,
inserted
Get your water.
Josh,
You
did you
the
get a
father
buzzball?
of two.
You didn't get a buzzball, did you, Josh?
No, I didn't get a buzzball. I'm sorry, guys.
You know,
Dang it, I'm failing.
I do love those buzz balls.
So that's kind of how I've decided we're going to end every episode is like we chug a buzzball at the end of the episode.
Oh, I wish I'd have been notified this. I'll chug this baked potato.
That's how we're going to get our first
Chugging.
sponsorship is buzzball.
Been drinking a lot of smoothies. Let's go put it in the blender.
Same.
Oh, nice.
I got some spinach here I'm icing my face with because, you know, Josh is in his Bills jersey. I should go throw on a Cowboys jersey since we're rocking losers.
Yeah. I was actually out before that recording started. I was gonna lead this off with how about them Cowboys there?
How about?
Let's talk about it. Whenever we really want to start recording this, you know,
I thought we were really recording this.
we are. But like,
Yeah, wait, hold on.
I was like,
You mean start the process is what
like,
you're
start
saying.
the podcast itself. This is us just fucking around.
this will be a good intro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Concrete Waves,
I'm just-
episode 3.
Yeah, just
Shouts out AJ Aaron Calvin Jones is finally on the pod.
finally made it.
This isn't racism. This is us being okay.
Yes.
What a great intro that is. Not racism. Everything's okay.
Yes, it is. In a matter of fact, it is.
You look like a guy. You look like a motherfucking ESPN reporter right now on the sideline. So,
Now listen, the Cowboys are fucking terrible. Okay.
yeah, they did better than the Broncos, so they're a little better.
You know, that's neither here nor there. The Broncos are also dog shit. But,
Yeah.
you know,
Hey, what about the Bills?
The difference is the Broncos are
love
dog.
the Bills.
The Cowboys are terrible, and the Bills are
Love the
terrible.
Bills.
But
You know,
Broncos are dog shit. You said it, not me.
what, Skip? Skip Bayless, shut the
Listen,
fuck up for just a minute.
Listen,
Skip
CJ.
Bayless, shut
Put
the
your
fuck up for
glasses
just
back.
a moment here. I'm wearing a suit jacket. I know football.
Oh,
Hey, fuck the Cowboys, though, for real. Welcome to episode 3.
Broncos.
Yeah, fuck the Broncos, too. The goddamn Walmart owners.
Cheers.
Russell Wilson. Nice buzzball, Josh.
Yeah, thanks.
It's a heartbreaker that you can afford a webcam with depth of field, but you can't afford a drink.
I can't afford liquids.
All right.
Priorities,
water.
man. Priorities.
How do your children bathe?
How do you... we just reuse.
All right, so let's get into this. You ready to start?
Yeah, did you guys accept the recording stuff?
I didn't get it.
No, I didn't.
What?
No, I did.
I didn't get it.
I don't know what the truth is anymore.
I'm not even fucking around. I didn't get it.
I had got it.
Concrete Waves, episode 3. We finally have our third leg. He is the giant cock that stands up. Our dad,
Yes. Welcome, Aaron Jones.
the man.
It's a pleasure to be here, gentlemen.
Aaron Calvin Jones, as I called him out in the first episode, gave us his name.
Like I said, it's a pleasure to be here. Nothing better that I could rather be doing with my time other than maybe putting a puzzle together or,
Yeah.
just watching Seinfeld. Anything else would probably be better than this, but here we are.
Literally anything else.
Personally, I love that you're here, and I hope that you're here, more than every third podcast.
No,
Yeah.
all jokes aside, it really is a pleasure, This is it's a coming together of 3 really good friends, and I don't really give a fuck if anybody listens to this. I just
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
hang out with you guys. That's all that matters.
That's what this is. We're just hanging out, dudes.
Yeah.
But people do listen. I'll tell you that right now. Like, Josh and I are you haven't listened to the first episode, and we have 10 listens.
Like I
That's-
said,
Yeah.
a ginormous piece of shit over here. But
Your words, none of ours. But
have fun uploading this to YouTube now, Josh. That was within the first 10 minutes.
I'll just bleep everything out in the first 10 minutes. It's just one long bleep for 10 minutes straight.
Watch
I
first.
do want to know how much does the GI Bill have to be for you to get that depth of field webcam? Because I feel like I should have joined the Air Force.
I cannot disclose that information.
All right.
Hey, he's on
Government
NDA.
assistance.
Yeah. So AJ, I guess like this is how we started the first one. Was like, how do you remember becoming friends with myself and Josh?
And also before you start getting into that, I'm looking back at our footage. I don't think we've ever actually fully introduced ourselves, like our names.
Yeah, that was supposed
That
to
was
be-
also in the notes.
Yeah. So I
have
would
it
like to
memorized.
state our names.
alphabetical
Alphabetical. Oh God, who is that?
First name or last name?
first.
Oh, well that's
That's
easy.
obviously me. Yeah. Hello, I'm Aaron Jones, also known as Meloso Jones. I'm a 27-year-old degenerate gambler, half-time skater, part-time college student, working 2 jobs, and I have a good time. I'm grateful to be here with these boys, and that's my story.
There it is, AJ. Everyone,
Josh, I believe you're next.
am I? Oh, yes, I am.
Yeah, AJR.
I for some reason I always go by last name, so I'm always used to going last. So
Why? Z is pretty front up in the alphabet.
oh yeah, well if you go in reverse, yeah, those were always my favorite days in class when it was reverse alphabetical order.
Popcorn reading.
Yeah. Oh, popcorn reading, that was the worst. I would always get so nervous.
I loved popcorn reading.
Anyways,
I put all
I'm
those idiots to shame. All right, continue, Jack.
sorry. We went to popcorn reading while I was trying to introduce myself.
No one cares. Randall, you're up.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Josh.
I'm just
Continue.
No. Fuck that.
Hey, I'm Josh Zarba. They call me the Wizard in the Super Skate Squad. I don't remember why, but I go by the Wizard, and I am in Texas along with these 2 fellas, and we like skating. I like skating, and I have a family, and I love them. Yeah.
All right. Well, that might have been the gayest intro of all time.
What?
I'm gonna shit on it for a second. Here we go. My name's Randall Johnson. 29, old man status, gray hair, and Josh is the wizard for the fact that he can do a dolphin flip. That's why.
Oh, that was okay.
And
I felt like that was like Tinder profiles that we just did there.
Now if you see 3 of those with the exact descriptions that we just talked about.
But AJ,
they're getting mad ladies.
So I think Josh and I did this in the first episode. A big portion of the first episode was like how we became friends, how we met, how we kind of like linked up and created this group that we are, because we are a group of friends, but there's more to it than that, because we skate, we get drunk, we give each other tattoos, we do fun things together, but we've always been like a group. But it started out with I, and so like
I will say, I think that all 3 of us really getting drunk together and giving each other tattoos has only happened once, because Josh has a pretty level head. Me and you, Randall, we like to partake and that sort of action. That might have something to do with the Air Force, but I mean,
so how do we?
me and you, Randall.
Yeah.
Well, I was sitting outside. One of my friends from sophomore year. He was a dealer of the devil's lettuce.
I've put him on
Oh.
blast already. Unfortunately, if you watch the first episode, you know that I almost pull out his entire government name on that episode.
But we didn't. Oh.
I did throw that.
All right,
Throw his
timestamp.
government name out. I'll send this shit to him. He doesn't give a fuck.
Josh, if you could just bleep that section, but yeah, Jacob.
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah, I'm time stamping that now. So
Yeah, fake name. Fake name
I
will be
said the same thing. Holy
yeah.
shit! In the
Fake
first
name will be Jacob. All right, so we'll just call this guy Jacob Miller, and obviously very far apart from his real name. But so
So
Jacob
far.
Miller, I was hanging out at his apartment, and we might have been smoking some of the devil's lettuce, and little old Rand Dandelion walks by with a Luna
Aha.
down below, and he shouts up and he says, "Hey, Jacob Miller."
Balcony.
Uh,
That's not what I said at all. But that's stop using his full name, dog. You're
it's a fake name.
You're-
It's so far off from the real name, it doesn't even matter. But no, so Randall shuts up. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "this smells good,"
that's
and
exactly what I said. That's so crazy.
yeah,
Yep.
and so I mean, one thing kind of led to another. Randall came up. We had a good time, and then we kept hanging out, and that was really about it. And then Josh, I believe you started working with Randall, correct?
Randall started working with me. I would like to clarify that.
All right. Well, I mean, if you're gonna big dick him, that's fine. But
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. That's correct. But AJ, I'd like to throw in a thing because this is a staple in the first episode.
is it about my fake name? Was it not good enough?
No. You're. Do you remember when Jacob Miller?
Why are you laughing? It's a good fake name. It sounds nothing like the real one.
I mean, that's a well-crafted, almost believable name.
Do you remember when he
It seems like
told you about us?
what he what?
What he told you about us, like being friends?
Oh, he said it was gonna last probably a lifetime, something along those lines. I smoked a
Scott-
lot of reefer with that dude, man. And a lot of that shit's very hazy.
So, do you
Was he an
remember-
angel?
He's Jacob Miller.
This is the story I told, was that he told me to hang out with you after he graduated because we'd be good friends.
Oh, that's right.
He told you the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Josh didn't know this when we talked
I
about
didn't.
it. And I said when we talk to AJ about it, he'll tell the same story. Is it-
Obviously I failed. That's my bad. But no, he did. He did say that.
Yeah.
I remember it now.
That's crazy.
he told AJ the same thing he played us to make us friends.
It worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Honestly, that dude got played probably more than anybody by the entire Texas Tech basketball team.
Yeah.
I'll leave some aliases on that one.
Steven something and
No, that dude was cool as fuck.
We're friends.
I'll say his name, Stan Mays. He was badass, man. He's a good fucking dude.
Shout out to Stan.
Yeah, great basketball player. Moved back to Louisiana to be closer to his family. I think he became a nurse. I haven't talked to him for like a year, but
Justin's in Hawaii now with his wife having a kid. You remember
Justin beep. Yeah, because he's one of the ones that was kind of a piece of shit. But
But so you met me. We became friends at U Trails, and then from there, like the rest of the story. How do you remember becoming friends with Josh and like there and there?
so I'm trying to like remember like piecewise how we've gotten from then to here,
Yeah.
and
But I want to
because you got me into skating, Randall.
you had skated though.
Wait, hold on. You didn't.
Eh.
Hold on. Back up. I didn't know that you didn't skate at all before Randall.
You skated.
I had a skateboard in high school, but I probably like I could never pop an ollie in high school.
Really?
I mentioned it in the first episode where like we went back to that little space by U Trails where it's like an awning type of space and there's like that typical grill that's in the ground and you and I would try to relearn how to ollie. And I guess for you it was learning. For me it was relearning.
Yeah, nah, I
Wow.
had never popped an ollie before whatsoever.
I don't remember that part.
I was probably just lying to try and make you like me, but yeah.
But we tried to learn how to ollie there. AJ, I know you know the space.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, no, I mean, really, we
Sorry.
got along great because we liked a lot of the same things, and so we just hung out. And then I got that fucking my girlfriend, and went MIA pretty much, right?
I don't think you went MIA. You're talking about like Alicia.
Yeah.
Fake names, obviously.
Names like
No, that one's a real one.
for a second, but I think before then, like I'd moved in with Natalie, and I was living at the center, and that's when I started working with Josh, who was already there, and you and I, AJ, were already skating on the roof at that point a couple times. We'd skate on
Yeah.
the roof, and
You covered a lot of ground just then because I feel like I was going to drag that out way too long because I was really running through everything. But
yeah, so but like with the skating thing, it was like we're up on the roof. We maybe skated on the roof a handful of times at best. 8
yeah,
times. And I start with Josh, and we covered this in the first episode with Josh. Was I start my first day? I mentioned after we close there, we're gonna close the office. Like, yeah, we're bullshitting. What are you gonna do? Blah blah this and that. I'm gonna go up to the roof and skate with my buddy AJ. And Josh goes, "Oh, I skate too. Like that's crazy." And then I don't, it's hard to remember because it's been such a long time. If he came up the first time or if it was a second or third time, but he came up relatively quick. And
yeah. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter. I mean, he came up.
and then this kid did a kickflip like the first fucking time.
I came up.
Remember?
Yeah, you're still glowing up there, Mr. Zarbaugh.
What?
I said you're still glowing up there, Mr. Zarbaugh.
Aw, thank you.
You need a haircut though.
I do. Really bad, actually.
So do I. It's getting gnarly.
Whoa, nice.
But no, I'm dead. Best thing is that you came up there and skated because now we're here.
Dude, and I'm so freaking glad I did, man. And I mean, I loved every single moment that we had up on that roof. It was awesome.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, hoo, hoo.
That's a good question. Holy shit!
You know what? I do.
Wow, do you? don't.
I do because this is gonna get like a tree up in here that's gonna get sappy. So,
that was really punny.
oh, thanks, man. So I remember specifically one of the times that we were all up on the roof. We had the little grill, and
I remember this very well.
yes,
I own it all. I do. There it is. It's in the corner.
yeah. And I just remember us skating, and you guys were like trying some sort of trick. I forgot what it was, but I remember we had just eaten like what did we have, like steaks or something? And I remember like finishing.
Of course we did.
Yeah, I remember finishing that, and then like the weather was perfect. We had like drinks, we had food, and like we had music going, and we had skateboarding. And I remember like sitting there and like just chilling and thinking like, this right here is amazing. This is so much fun.
You know what
And I
happened to that little
specifically
grill?
remember that. What
You
happened?
know what happened to that little grill?
What happened?
We left it. We left it on the roof that same very day, and then it was never to be found again. That was the only time we ever used it.
That's crazy.
The one that was like this. It was like 19 inches and sat on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think I went to it. One of us, I don't know if it was me or not, but one of us went to Academy and got it, and then it was just
It was you.
it was like a rental. It was like
It
we
was
got
like
to
a
use it
rental.
once, and then it was done.
And then they came over and picked it up themselves.
Yeah.
AJ, what's your like fondest memory of the roof, or like what's like not even fondest, like, most memorable?
It's pretty dumb, but it was like when like the whole scene came together because you had your shirt off and your chain, Randall, and then Josh was trying to ollie like 5 or 6 boards maybe, and I was holding the camera, and all you can see in the footage is my cigarette smoke
Yes.
because the entire focus was on the cigarette smoke,
You know what you're talking about.
and I was like, that honestly, that perfectly captured our essence. I was like, Josh is actually like a good skater. Randall's sitting there with his shirt off and the chain on, and then I'm trying to film, and I can't even fucking do it whatsoever. I can focus on cigarette smoke. Speaking of, cigarette sounds pretty nice right now.
No, I mean
But that's
feel that for sure. That's I know exactly the moment you're talking about. Too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I think even after Josh was like, "Did you get that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got that." And then like watching it back, I was like, "The focus
got it.
was all wrong."
I got
was
it
like,
in
I
the
mean, I
background.
got it, but yeah, I was not focused on you whatsoever. Apparently.
Yeah, my favorite is, so it's kind of like a 1 and 2 is like, it's kind of recorded, but it's not like like the whole thing isn't. But like there was a time where we had 2 rails. You remember we had a flat bar and a round bar,
And
Yeah,
yep.
of course.
and we bombed the garage, where like AJ and I are holding a rail each, and Josh has a backpack full of equipment while filming, and we bombed the garage, holding these objects, and Josh is just stacked up with equipment. It's just like not a moment like where you really shouldn't be doing this. And the fact that you did it made it.
That garage isn't that bad.
But when you're holding 6 foot rails and Josh has a backpack full of fucking thousands of dollars of equipment and is filming it, it just like to me, I was like, this is, and we were very early on in our like skating.
Yeah.
Together. You know what I mean? This is really early. And for like now, yeah, AJ, sure, bomb, like you're the bomb expert.
I'm not the bomb expert.
Out of the 3 of us, you are. And
Well,
For
I'm
sure.
not going to argue that.
like, you should, but
Haven't you noticed I'm always last when we're bombing?
You've got 2 kids, Josh. You can't.
he had 2 kids. Don't give him that excuse. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, honestly, that's very true.
But
You know, I will.
one for me. I was like, holy shit! Like, this is kind of crazy. Like, we just kind of really figured out how to bomb this garage, and now we're carrying all this stuff. And I
Yeah.
still get weird sometimes just holding my phone and recording myself. You know?
I don't.
Because like, we never did it again. We didn't. Do it.
Yeah.
And it was the only time. And then I think the next one would be like, I mean, AJ, the 7 boards.
Yeah.
I do
mean,
like
world
bombing
record.
garages.
7 board bomb for like,
From the research I saw, I have it. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it recently, but
but
You know
also-
what? Hey, let's look it up now.
But you've also bombed the entire garage on 2, I believe. I think you did a couple floors on 3, but not the whole thing.
I did the big garage by the football stadium on 2, the whole thing.
On 2.
Uh huh.
That's like, what is that? 18 stories.
No, it's 11,
That's still insane.
and the
Boom.
last one gets pretty gnarly.
Podcast.
Hey.
What we're saying by that is it's a skateboard, and then a skateboard on top of a skateboard, and he's riding that down an 11-story parking garage. That's just, if you have an imagination, it should be pretty easy to imagine.
Yeah, I'm like, if you don't have an imagination, go try it.
On a skateboard, if you can stand on one, put another one on top of it, and just stand on it and see how that feels.
It's fun. It's
I
like a
would-
circus trick.
I would like to. I did some research while you guys were talking.
45 seconds.
Yes, and I'm well versed in this category now. 45 seconds in. According to recordsetter.com, the tallest skateboard stack ridden. There's a video of it too. Is, you guys want to guess?
6.
I was gonna go 9, so 69. That's great.
5.
How far?
I believe it. I think we watched the same video. I want to say it's like 15 meters or something.
It's
Meters.
okay. It's in Houston, Texas, on March 30th.
Texas.
March 30th, 2013, and the video is him getting on a stack of 5, and it looks like he's going down a slope, and it literally looks like maybe
Like 2 parking spaces.
if that.
So
so-
I've got his ass. Dead
Yeah.
to rights.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's longer.
Salud to Buzzball.
Yes.
Sponsor us so I don't have to buy this Captain Morgan anymore.
So,
I think we watched the same video. You can
Yeah.
share your screen, correct?
Oh, can I? I'm afraid to since I'm recording stuff.
Ah, that's fine.
So Josh, do you have like another thing to kind of intro AJ into the podcast? I feel like that was the main thing, was kind of how. Well, I guess like we met AJ and I, and then like
Yeah.
Josh and you, also AJ. Like you two have a whole separate story.
We got a whole separate life together, man.
Yeah. And Steph doesn't even know about what me and Josh got going on. I like how you're live updating these notes on the notepad.
Yeah, that's how it works. So we can check.
Yeah. Yeah, no, with
I just had them open and I heard ding, and I looked over and I was like, "Oh shit!" AJ did join.
he did join. AJ and we have lived together.
We have.
We both work together separately.
How was
Would
that
you-
experience for you? Because I don't feel like I was the greatest of roommates.
Josh, we have to live together now at some point.
We do have to live together. Yes, we do have a separate room here.
I like how quick you changed that subject from my question.
No, I was responding to him. No, it was great, dude. It was honestly really good. And obviously Randall has his perspective also, but I'll say it from my perspective. You were a great roommate.
You're lying for the podcast, Josh.
No,
Make it
no.
interesting. Dig into me for a minute.
I'm
I
digging
wasn't
in.
the best.
You hold on. Do we have enough time to go into this? How much time do we have left?
Oh my! He's about to smoke my ass.
Hold on. We have 9 minutes left on this recording before we start the next one because we talked about it. We have to do 2 because you guys only have the 40 minutes.
All
Okay,
right.
so we have
You got
9
four.
minutes.
You got 4.5 minutes to really lay into me, Josh.
Okay,
Yeah,
you ready?
5 minutes, and then we got 4 minutes to kind of figure out how we want to pause it and go into.
He's stretching his shoulders and all.
Yeah, it's because he's a Buffalo Bills fan.
Cowboy. Sorry. All right, continue, Joe.
AJ, you were a great roommate. I got no complaints.
None whatsoever, really.
No,
Did you go, AJ? You.
I mean, I was late on Ran a couple times. I mean, there was-
Were you? I don't even remember. I mean, even if you were, it wasn't ever like maybe a couple days. I don't know. You were never like months
yeah, a couple
behind.
days, but I mean, still, I remember that kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean, there was. Gosh, I'm really trying to dig deep and trying to figure out what was actually bad. And I mean,
let me propose a question because AJ
Yeah.
wants to do this. Josh, what were Steph's issues?
no, Steph didn't have
I
any
was-
issues.
I don't believe that.
I mean, so here's the thing. I mean, her and I, we were married, and I guess like being married and having a roommate was, yeah, I feel like for certain people it's weird, but for us it never really became weird. I don't know. I feel like certain people would probably see it like, oh, we're trying to have some personal time. Well, somebody's downstairs, but
Yeah.
it was never. That's the thing. Like AJ, you, oh, Stephanie heard.
You got a noise proof.
Oh wait, yeah, I know. Hold on. I got-
All right,
okay.
tell her. Give me the heat.
Bring her
Okay,
in.
I got the heat. You ready? The downside was that she always had to have pants on in the house.
She texted you.
Yeah.
That's wild. She heard it and texted you. That's
So it wasn't like all the weed and drinking that I
Oh,
was
all
doing
the hard
downstairs
drugs.
Josh, I'm gonna need you to bleep that part. Anything you mentioned, that word has to be bleeped.
What word?
Okay.
Oh.
I never did smoke weed when I was living with you in the house. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't really know if I want all that out on the internet either. My whole family knows, but I'm like thinking later
Yeah.
on down the road. This
Yeah.
would be a perfect cut point if you cut to just the beginning of the sentence. It was like, I don't know if I really want all that out there on the internet.
That's perfect. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We just skipped the last 6 minutes. It's
Yeah, I
like-
was like, we were going to break anyway.
we weren't. So where were we before the break so we can make it seamless?
Before the break, we went into
This is
how,
commercial time.
Oh, commercial time. All right.
No. Really though, where before the break, where did we go, Josh?
Before the break, hey, welcome back, everyone. So we talked about
You were just
how
saying Steph.
Stephanie
Yes.
could not wear pants in the house.
That
That's
was
right.
That was a downside of having a roommate.
That wasn't you.
Yes, that obviously that wasn't me. You know, I don't really like to classify myself as a roommate. More like a husband.
Well, yeah. Anytime I saw you though, you weren't wearing pants when I lived with you, Josh.
What? What? I thought I was. I mean,
I find that hard to believe. I don't think that I've ever seen. No, I saw you in your underwear a couple times, AJ.
I wasn't talking about myself. I was talking about Josh. It seemed like every time that he like came downstairs when Steph was gone, he was either in his underwear or he was wearing like a long t-shirt with nothing on underneath.
what?
That's a lie. I think AJ's trying to plant a story right now. I love
Where
it.
where is this?
AJ's trying to plant the story, and I love it.
Guy?
I'm all about it.
No, it
I-
was really weird. I mean, like I was kind of like maybe this dude's just real comfortable. I mean, he was in the Air Force, like military or whatever. So I mean, like you walk around naked around a bunch of guys all the time. But I kind of expected that to be from like the Navy. But you know, I was like Air Force or whatever. I was like, "Howdy, sailor," whenever he would come down in his underwear. But I didn't think
what kind of
nothing of it.
shirt? What kind of shirt was I wearing? Like one of those long.
Well, I mean, it was
What was-
multiple occasions, so I mean, like, it was. I can't really narrow down one shirt. You know, like I mean, if I had to like think about one, like I think there was like a primitive shirt that you wore that was long, but like I said, it was more than one occasion, so I can't really say like a certain like shirt. You know, I kind of lump that in my
Yeah.
brain. It's like one like complete thing.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's just kind of what I do. I just wear long shirts. I don't wear anything underneath it, and I like to.
I would like to ask you to stand up right now, Josh. Let me see what you're wearing now.
Stand up.
Whoa, hold on. I didn't know that.
Nope, stand up right now. 2-1, stand up.
I think I might have just put him on something. I think he's wearing a long shirt and no pants right now. This is why he doesn't want to stand up.
Hold
I
on.
actually think he might be. Oh, now it looks like you're taking your pants off. I can see
This, you're faking it.
he's wearing pants.
I'm wearing pants. It's a normal size
And,
shirt.
and a regular shirt. You know,
Yeah.
we've
Hey.
all grown so much.
So we have
And
1
it's-
minute left before we have to stop this and start re-recording. How's everyone's tattoo doing?
I need a retouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a little splotchy.
On which
Yeah.
one?
All of it.
Say my middle S is fading hard. Just the middle S.
I'll do this.
Mine's doing pretty good. There's only one little section on one of the S's that's starting to like completely go away. But
Hold on here.
hey, dude, that looks much better than
yeah.
what I was thinking.
Far
I went over it like 2 or 3 times after you guys got done, but it is still fading a little bit. Where my cock out, by the way, Josh?
middle S is kind of
Oh, I see that.
all my other nonsense. If you could go pro, what would be like? We'll go deck, shoe, truck.
Uh,
Go pro for.
I'm going GX 1000 for the deck. I'm going GX 1000 for the shoes, and then I'll go probably Rogue for the trucks.
Interesting.
wow.
I'd like to say, does GX 1000 have shoes?
They had a deal with. I have a pair. I think it was a Converse. They had like one shoe made. So
Okay,
I'm like,
but what about brand though? I mean, because that seems like a special case there.
it was a special case, but I mean they have a shoe made, so I feel like I can answer with that. But I mean, if I really had to pick like one, I'd probably go Adidas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not a surprise at all.
yeah,
Yeah, and I mean I love their sweatpants.
you sure do.
That's really
Yeah. I prepped my brother on that question for next week. By the way, AJ, next week my brother's gonna be our first guest, and it's pretty much gonna be his episode. He's just gonna-
Hey, Josh, we should switch our names on the Zoom call because it'd really fuck with him.
Oh, you and I switched the
Yeah.
the whole time I'll answer to Aaron Jones.
I think he's figured it out at this point, but that'd be hilarious.
Ah,
That
okay.
would
We'll
be
start
fun.
off with that.
Just respond to each other's names would be hilarious.
I hope he doesn't listen to this episode because then he'll know what to expect.
Well, it won't air,
maybe he'd forget by the time
but
we
also
started filming the next one.
based on the timeline, it won't air before we film next week. So
True.
yeah, so he can't listen to it.
Touche. Okay, well, those are some good brands.
So Josh, what's yours? Your deck?
Okay, so I'll start off with deck. I would say
I feel like I know it.
I feel like you do know it.
Yeah.
Say it on three. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Plan B.
Ooh. Plan B was like my thing, but I thought it'd be Primitive now. But Plan B, I think, is like your before Primitive existed.
What's your favorite
Yeah.
Plan B video, Josh?
Got Plan B specifically because my favorite video that a Plan B skater does solo is probably Chris Jocelyn's London video.
I know
Ode to
you're
London.
a big fan of Chris Jocelyn.
Ode to London is a freaking awesome video. In fact, I have the board right back there. Hold on, right there. There you are.
Yeah. Figure out your depth of field and your focus with your fucking high tech webcam.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think Deck.
Do you know who London is?
Yeah, it's his daughter.
Exactly. I think that's why you like Chris Jocelyn so much. You guys
Yeah,
are very
he's-
similar.
Yeah. I instantly related with him knowing that he has 2 kids, and I mean that dude. He puts them first for sure. I mean, the last
Yeah.
competition that he was in, he held. It was SLS. He held both of them while he was on the stands, and it was super awkward because the other 2 skaters didn't know how to respond to it. It's actually kind of funny when you watch it because they were like there's 2 kids next to them, and they're like, hey,
That's the cool thing though,
congratulations."
is that dude, he has a family to care for. You know,
Yeah.
he's got a wife, 2 kids, and he's found a way to do it with skateboarding.
Yeah,
And I mean, it's a beautiful thing because
It's a hard thing too.
are you kidding me? I mean, can you imagine being in his shoes? I'm gonna be a pro skater.
being
You
as
know,
good
when-
as he
when-
is, and
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when his kids are even then, you could be the greatest skateboarder of all time,
yeah,
and you would still have those doubts of am I going to be able to support
Yeah.
my wife and kids
Yeah.
from doing this?
Because the money's gonna stop. When's it gonna stop? And what am I gonna
Yeah.
yeah. So major
That's
respect.
Yeah, no, I hadn't watched too much from him, but I've got nothing but respect for that guy.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a leap of faith.
yeah,
It worked out for him. You bought his board. You paid
Yeah.
his rent for him. You paid his rent for a month.
If his rent is $60, then yeah.
Also, he's getting $8 about $60. So he's
Yeah, exactly. well,
no,
actually,
I'm just joking, but
I get that. I have 1,
Josh,
2.
so that's your board.
I have 3 or 4 boards from Jocelyn.
What's your shoe? And
that's half his rent if he's living in LA.
Uh,
That's a quarter of his rent
a
if he's
quarter.
living in LA. Actually,
shoe. I would go. Oh man, it's a toss up between. I'm in this New Balance phase right now, but I've always been a Lakai skater.
Interesting.
I
So,
own one
probably
pair of
Lakai.
Lakais. You gotta go with Lakai.
It's tough because I haven't really skated a lot with New Balance. I would say right now I skate a lot with Nike, but I've always skated Lakais through high school and early on in our skating and stuff. And yeah, I would probably go with Lakai just because
At the
I
risk
like
of
At the risk of this question sounding a little gay, who do you think lasts longer, Lakai or Nike?
Good joke.
Oh,
No, but really, because I had a pair of Lakai shoes and they fell apart within no time whatsoever.
Yeah, I've experienced that also, but I've experienced that with Nike also. I used to have a pair of Nike SBs and destroyed them in, I think it was a week and a half. Like they were not usable anymore because they were suede.
So do you think that comes down to material and like quality control?
Yeah,
in between each shoe, because like it's kind of like playing the lottery. Like you can get a good pair of Lakais that'll last forever, or you could buy this same model that were just made a little differently and they'll fucking fall apart immediately.
Yeah, no, definitely, that's a real thing. So that's why I said with Nike, the one that got destroyed in a week and a half was suede. I remember they were like the green and gray one, or green and brown ones.
Suede is not good for skating.
No, God, no. That thing got wrecked. And then now the Nikes that I skate, the Nyjah, I have a pair of Nyjah 2s and 3s, and both of those hold up like crazy good.
What are they made from? Do you know?
I don't know. Do you know, Randandelion?
The shoes that you wore last time you were here when you skated?
Well, Nyjah 2s and 3s, what are they made of? It's like a harder...
It's almost like...
I wouldn't say plastic, but it's like...
That's what I was going in. It's like, it's not...
It's got to be something like reduced friction.
Yeah, it's like a silicone almost, kind of like...
Yeah.
They're wild, especially the 3s. Like, I don't own a pair of 3s, but the 3s seem like something crazy.
Yeah.
It's indestructible. But also, like, the Nyjah 1 said they were indestructible. And there's the video of Nyjah doing like 1,000 kickflips. And then I have a pair where I've never done a kickflip, but I burned a hole straight through to my foot.
Yeah.
And you guys,
you give that repetition to anything with any material, it'll break down.
Yeah.
But Josh, so there's your shoe, your board. What's the truck?
The truck?
The truck.
Trucks have... I've never really been... partial to one truck brand, but if I were to go ahead and go with one, I would go Thunder.
Like, you strike me as a Thunder.
You're going Thunder trucks?
Before you said it, I knew it was Thunder.
I'm putting this suit jacket back on.
What? Oh no!
Independent. No, you need a sponsorship. You let me know. This motherfucker's going for Thunder trucks.
I like
Independent.
Jacket's
coming back on.
Who are we gonna call this alias that AJ has? Is it
Calvin?
Oh, it's Calvin. Okay.
Calvin
welcome, Calvin, to the.
Let me tell you why Thunder trucks are complete garbage. The spacers in between them are just awful. The rubber they use as the bearings and everything is just very subpar. They don't hold up. You hit a kickflip, you're gonna land on a certain side of the board, correct, when you're coming down some stairs, and the material that they use is just not able to hold up, because when you land that one trick, it will be forever changed, and when you ride your board, you will notice that. So what I have to say to you is that Independent has done the research, and they've done the test trials. They have lost a lot, and they have learned a lot. And what they have learned is that they are going to make the highest quality product. And I can't believe both of you let me go on for that long. You should have shut me. You should have shut me up a long time ago.
Mr. Calvin Jones, how do you know that?
I don't know anything. I was riffing that whole thing.
Mr. Calvin Jones, how do you know that the Thunder's kickflips don't hold up to the Independence when you've landed one or two kickflips ever?
Well, to clarify your question, Mr. Johnson, I have landed 0 kickflips ever. I have never landed not a single one. But throughout my time covering the sport, I have seen nothing but kickflips landed for a long time down 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, even 8 stairs. I've seen them land it all. And, I've seen 360 flips. I've seen heel flips landed down the same amount of stairs.
And what I've noticed is,
Calvin,
I've seen some landed with Thunder trucks.
Mr. Calvin,
You're not letting me finish, friend.
Mr. Calvin.
Mr. Johnson. Okay, I will take your next question because I think you understand my point.
Calvin Jones, everyone.
I have no question. You didn't stop me, so I was like, I'm gonna stop him. I'm gonna do my best to stop him now.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? As long as the audience understands my point, cheers. It's been a great pleasure.
Thank you
Calvin
for-
Johnson signing out. Yeah, I'm back. That was a little taxing.
That was that character just takes it out of you.
Yeah, honestly, I'm ready for a cigarette and go to sleep.
Everyone, you will be seeing a lot more of Calvin Jones in the future whenever we review videos. And
It's a good thing I have that suit jacket then.
yes, keep that suit jacket, please.
If we're gonna
All right,
round up the episode on this question,
But I was
Randall,
gonna
it's your
say,
turn.
yeah, Randall, you gotta tell us.
so I don't think like you guys went on. My mindset on the question was like when we were beginning in skating, what would you have wanted to be pro at? And so that's how I am gonna answer it. Is like it's not now. It's Randall when I was like 16. You know.
Okay.
All right.
That changes a little bit for me, but continue.
Yeah. So like girl, and mainly like chocolate. I would have loved to skate for like chocolate.
Uh-huh.
That was the first board I ever had was a girl board.
Yeah.
Pretty Sweet was like I watched Pretty Sweet.
Yes. Yes. So yeah. So
You had what's his name? He went to jail. What's his fucking name? Corey something? Oh my god.
honestly, like my first board, I remember like actually having and paying attention to when I really got into skating was like for my 14th birthday. My dad was a Rob Deerdeck board from Alien Workshop.
Uh,
It was like light blue and shit. But no, I would have loved to have skated for girl, but under the chocolate brand. Would have been my ideal board sponsorship.
that's awesome.
Kind of like Death Wish under Baker, you know.
Yeah.
So, like,
All right. What about shoes?
Would have been Death Wish under Baker if we're going now. It'd be Death Wish, but I'm gonna go girl.
I was gonna say Death Wish was definitely you,
Yeah.
Randall.
Death Wish would be my. It's the very first tattoo I ever gave myself.
Yeah.
Death Wish like I would skate for Death Wish so fast. Shoe, if we're going back in the day, Fallen. No fucking
Yeah.
no fucking question. I would have rocked Fallen shoes, and I did. Today,
What about Heelys?
Oh.
what?
You look so offended when I asked that, Randall. You looked like you wanted to jump through that monitor and kick my ass.
I'm just so confused. I'm like, that's not. I was so confused.
Honestly, Heelys, if you're listening, sponsor us. We'll rock them.
Speak for yourself there, Joe.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
it's neither of us will rock it.
Honestly, like
Platforms.
for a paycheck, I would rock some Heelys.
Listen, if they just want to get an ad, I won't wear them, but I'll be like, hey, you should wear Heelys. It's like I won't wear them though.
Honestly, if they want to get an ad, I'll wear them around town. I'm not worried about it.
Look,
I'll rock them.
I'm not gonna let my ego get in the way.
I'll take money all day. Listen, if fucking Roman Condoms wants to sponsor us, like, yeah, dude, I have a soft cock. Like, I need ED. Like, let's go. Give us a sponsorship, baby.
Are you talking about Viagra?
Nah, Roman's like a whole.
Viagra is where the money's at, though. I think.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
well, obviously.
I don't think
We're
so.
getting derailed again. Let's get
Okay,
back
okay.
to the notes here, gentlemen.
Okay, trucks.
Gentlemen.
Would have been Fallen. Now it'd be. I mean, it'd have to be Nija. Like, I do enjoy his shoe. I think they're very good on day-to-day basis, but also skating because I did rock the Nija one
Yeah.
ever in all platforms. And then trucks, it's Indies. It's 151s, Indies all day. Never like if it's not Indies 151s, you're dead. Sorry, Josh.
That hurts.
Yeah,
I like the Indies movement.
151.
I do.
And I'm
Big
actually,
fan.
I'm actually not even a 151 guy. I'm a 153 with like 54 millimeter wheels, like big wheels. I like
You know, I did want to say, Randall, this is a little off topic. When I'm gonna read this text word for word because I know the gist of it. But last night you texted at 5:28 p.m. You said just almost ate carving the first floor. Legit had speed wobbles. Beat them, then got around the turn.
Yeah, it was hard, dude. I spent 2 hours bombing the garage.
Dude, how great is that feeling though? Getting
Oh,
speed wobbles and riding through them?
Oh
man,
yeah.
yeah,
It's
Yep.
fucking awesome.
yeah, dude. There was one particular bomb where I encountered 6 cars. Yeah, and it was an amazing moment where I was just like, dude, I'm so good at this. Like, I feel so cool right now because I just like did all this stuff. There's so much to take into account. I had headphones in, so I couldn't hear the cars. Obviously, like we know how to do this garage specifically at the
Yeah.
center. You look left, you look right, you watch as you're bombing to see if cars are coming right, and cars were coming both ways. So one of those drivers is a fucking idiot because they don't know how to drive in a parking garage, and I fucking carve, go down. I hit the first floor, get speed wobbles at the mid bank, and then get them again on the turn. And at the turn, I just gave out like this loud as like, woo, you know what I mean? Like great, where I was just like everything came out of me, and I was like, this is. I was like, yeah, I have to go again. Like it's not
Yeah.
gonna be as good as it's ever gonna like. It's not gonna feel like it just felt. But like I can't stop on that. I have to go again, and like, and then I went for like another hour and a half. Like just bomb, go back upstairs, bomb, go back upstairs, bomb. And I did do like 30 minutes of actually skating on the roof, tricks and shit. That's when I tried to call you, Josh,
Yep.
just because there was like a great sunset going over the roof of the parking garage. And I was like, yo, this is
Man.
outside.
I would love to experience that again.
Yeah, that's
Sunset on
I
the garage.
just on my Snap story. I was like, man, did I miss this shit? Being up here skating
Uh-huh.
sunsets over the building and shit. Like,
I'll say whenever you guys moved and I was still out here in Lubbock, Randall, I know
I'm here.
everything that you felt riding down that garage, riding in between cars, like getting the speed wobbles and like almost eating shit. Like I know
It was
every
scary.
fucking feeling, and it feels so good.
When
Yeah.
you get through it is when it feels good. It's in the
Yeah.
moment, like
Well, like the. Have you ever been out to Buffalo Lake?
not skating, but yes, I've been out there. I went.
Yeah. So like the entrance road, I rode down on like just a regular trick deck once, and then me and Jace went to. There's this road called Cowboy Lane, and it's like a. You take like a 30-foot drop, and then you have to turn left and go around to like another 50-foot drop, and like you start hauling ass. And I just did like the 50-foot drop on my skateboard, and I ate complete shit. And like my left arm was fucked, like it hurt so bad. And we ended up going back to the entrance road, which is just like a long downhill, just you know, like I on like longboard wheels and like longboard trucks.
Your bookend.
And like if you're sitting there tucking like arms behind your back and shit,
Yeah.
you could probably hit like 50 miles an hour.
Man.
But I was just sitting there on like a trick deck with my hands up and my fucking left arm destroyed, trying not to fall again. And like you get down that, like I was probably going 40, I would bet. And like you feel the back wheels just start to go
Oh God.
like when you get to the bottom of the hill and like your back leg is just like fucking sink down. That's the shit that makes skating fun for me. Like learning new tricks is awesome. Like I would
Yeah.
love to be able to kickflip all the time. But like the adrenaline rush that shit brings means a lot more to me than like
No, I get that. I get
Yeah.
that.
learning how to kickflip.
When we bomb the garage, like there's a totally different adrenaline level where it's like That's exactly what I was saying. Like when I sent you that text, I sent that text.
Yeah, that's why.
What
I
just
loved it. I read it and I loved it.
yeah, I was like, yo, I'm Pika drilling it right now. I want to share with my boys. Like I want you guys to know what just happened because I know you'll understand.
Yeah.
Out of everyone on earth, the two of you I know would understand that text. Specifically here in this building, where it's like we have those dumpsters too, where you have to carve in between the dumpsters. Like it happened one of my first weeks back, I carved, and I'm saying where I was where I was about to hit the hitch on the trailer that the dumpster stand on in a car. There was 6 inches between the back side and the front side of me between the car and the trailer, and I was
Nice.
like, I haven't experienced this in 3 years since I left. Like, and I bombed garages when I was back home. You know,
Yeah.
like in Dallas, but not like here where they're active. There's kids driving where they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know how to drive.
Yeah. You could say that
And
again.
like, yeah, you're telling me to.
Like, you guys know, like yesterday, where it's like there are people coming from both ways, and I'm like, you're all fucking dumb. None of you know what you're doing, and also I'm skating it, so it's like
You see, that's like from my perspective, as like riding that big garage up there. I felt the exact same way. As I'm like, these drivers are so fucking dumb, but like thinking about it, like I'm the idiot.
I was about to say, I didn't want to say anything, but
I'm the idiot.
I disagree. You know,
I'm the one skating down an 11-story garage with connected to an apartment. Obviously, like college kids are going to be driving up and down.
yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but like you know more, like you understand better what you're doing, right? And the facet of the thing that you're doing than they do in the thing that they're doing. But
That's
also,
true.
But also, you're aware and conscious of these dumb people that don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, but no matter how aware and conscious that I was, I still almost got fucking killed from doing it.
Yeah, you got run over.
Well, that's a story for a different episode.
Yeah.
Because
I would
we'll dig
agree
into that
so
one
as well. But
yeah, that's just
I
a
mean,
little sneak peek.
as far as I mean, like if you're skating in a parking garage, you accept the risk of
Yeah.
the worst coming to you.
Absolutely. If one of those cars would have hit me the other day when I sent you guys that text, I would not blame any of them. Even
Like I mean, it's if I'm driving up a parking garage, I'm a lot more cautious than the normal person. But
Yeah.
before that shit,
I'm going 5
like
miles an hour.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gunning the gas, but I'm not looking around every fucking turn.
Oh, I am. Especially here. Because I've seen other kids now. Like, I was walking back to work on Thursday, and I'm on the 4th floor now, so I take that stairwell that we used to walk up and down,
Yeah.
Yeah.
to the 2nd floor, and then walk down the 1st floor of the ramp, because I'm going across the street to work. And as I'm walking down that ramp, a kid was bombing down to go to school. And
That's pretty cool.
Did you stop him?
No.
See what his name was?
Like, he was going to school, I was going to work. I gave him like a, hey bud, nice,
His name was Jason.
No, his name was Jacob Miller.
Oh, Jacob. Sorry.
It's
See,
the
oh,
greatest
was-
fake name of all time because it seems so real.
Yeah.
Like, does it not?
I mean,
Like,
is it
it's like-
Jason or Jacob?
Yeah, it's like
I
either
don't-
one of them could be a real person, but
Don't enjoy this joke at all.
I'm gonna send him this podcast. He's gonna love it.
No,
He's
he's
just like,
he's-
how did you turn my name into a
I don't
fake
think
name?
he is. You haven't watched the first episode, dude.
It's just a default fake name that we're gonna use for everybody. I mean, the
It's
guy
John
who almost. What'd you say?
It's John Johnson.
Yeah. I mean,
You know what's crazy is that like 10 years from now, someone's gonna be listening to this exact episode, and they're gonna be like, "The fucking Jacob Miller." All right, so Aaron came on. This was his first episode, and he pretended to create Jacob Miller, and Randall said Jacob Miller in the first episode. So obviously Aaron couldn't know that Randall said this in the first episode. And so it's got to be a real person. And they're going to find a random Jacob Miller that is like, they're going to find a random one and just like
He also doesn't live in-
onslaught him.
doesn't have a wife or kids or anything like that.
Because, yeah. Because if you're listening to it now,
He's
10
dead.
years from now,
Died.
let me look you in the eyes. I never met a Jacob Miller.
Me neither.
And I never listened to this first
I
fucking
actually-
episode of this either.
Jacob
I
Miller-
actually have never met a Jacob Miller.
Well, you're missing out. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
Well,
So-
cheers, guys.
I think he's in jail now.
Is this the no? Maybe is this the end of the episode?
This is the end of the episode. I think we're reaching.
Hold on, we're not off the minute mark, but
We're probably at like an hour 15 is my guess.
all right, hold on. I gotta figure out how to open this bitch.
I'm about ready for a
Guys,
cigarette
yeah,
anyway, so anytime you guys want to hang up, I'll be
Use this
more than welcome.
ammunition to open this buzzball.
Wow, that's pretty Texas of you.
I've got some 4570 in the garage.
Love you, boys. Episode 3, Super Skate Squad, Concrete Waves.
Salud.
Josh, you go Super. AJ, you go Skate. I go Squad, and then that's like how we ended Super Skate Squad, right? So-
Super.
Skate.
What?
All right.
I wasn't sure of my assignment.
Tune in next week for an interview with Rand Dandelion's brother. We're going to ask him a bunch of questions, and it's going to be awesome.